I think we got through most of the separate stuff.
I'm going to eat the 2 years of hate. I'll eat the 2 years of hate from you guys. I'm cool with it, okay? You guys, 2 years, okay? Aiden Ross viewers, 2 years you can hate me, okay? But I promise you in 2 years, when you see you don't have that extra $10,000, when you see your life is not any different, and the only person that's different is me and Aiden Ross sitting on our private jets that we can now afford, okay? When you see that, you come to me on Twitter. I don't even need, and I'm sorry. All I need is just put a period. Just do @train and put a period.
Okay. Johnny Somali faces up to 7 years in jail in South Korea for using AI to create a deepfake video showing a Korean woman as his girlfriend. Holy.
But, you know, things like showing violence or things like, you know, anything that's even close to, except unless it's got, I guess, that Mafia 2 thing. But that was really funny. That was funny. We were like rigging the thumbnails. They put me on the front page, so I would zoom into those big ass 1955 and then do like a thumbs up, and people were showing me screen caps of the front page with a giant pair of and my big ass Grinch smile. There were so many people that showed me screenshots like that they ended up banning me for a day.
Nice.
Totally worth it, dude. Totally worth it. That was sick.
I saw a take, dude. Ethan Klein gave the most disgusting take I've ever heard recently. I know a lot of people have been getting on him. He gave a take that actually, it was so vile. He said that Super Mario Odyssey is a bad game. And I was, frankly, I was disgusted.
Never played it.
I didn't actually want to play. I just wanted to come say hi.
Is that?
Oh,
that's the guy. That's the guy who did a charity stream
Stay,
for
I'll kill you.
Tesla.
Stay, I'll kill you.
Epic. Oh.
Oh my gosh, I love this cat so much. He looks so mad. Bruh. Please.
Jesus.
Go back in the main room and just sit
feel
fucking
the
corners. You're gonna hit
friction,
something
you know
up,
what I'm saying?
probably.
I need to
Joe and
see.
Joe and Z play really fast together.
Playtime's over. Let's see what you
I am so sorry, dude. I meant to.
You're
good. Yo, don't tell anybody that.
Go back in the main room and
can't
just sit
feel
fucking
the
corners. You're gonna hit
friction,
something
you know
up,
what I'm saying?
probably.
I need.
Here for 1 second, first thing I hear is election. Oh, I came to this place as a refuge from events that affect all of us. This is the last straw.
Uh-oh.
I had previously thought that this place was a bubble that was protected me from the realities and externalities of the outside world. If Vidya isn't safe from this stuff, then what is, man? Then you go to the Twitter feed. Fucking Alex Jones, Joe Rogan, Elon Musk, Haktua. I apologize. That was Dan. I took an opportunity to take a shot.
Wow. Good one.
Who have some professional scruples and reputations to protect among people who actually know something about medical science. RFK Jr. has none of that. He's just a cowboy taking shots at the establishment. The Joe Rogan podcast is not a substitute for the Wall Street Journal or the Kennedy School at Harvard. It is simply not progress to have a comedian like Dave Smith, who's apparently done his own research, interviewed about the history of the Middle East or the war in Ukraine like he's the next Henry Kissinger.
True.
All of this free access to information is making us dumber. Of course, I blame Trump, who
Absolutely true. Okay, I don't know if I'll do most of this writing on stream or off stream, but at the very least, I want to identify like there are things in the current, we'll say in the prior media atmosphere, especially from 2016 to 2024, that are incredibly disfavorable to the left and the establishment. I'll say these two things, broadly speaking. Is disfavorable not a word? Fuck you, Obsidian. Unfavorable? Disfavorable. Unfavorable. Fuck you. Fuck you, cuck. How does the guy only have one fucking song? What a fucking loser. And unyielding. The right is not obliged to ever back up anything they state with any sort of fact or figure. They can easily move on from one argument to the next. Facts, another issue is facts do not reduce to any real-world thing. Current media environment, anyone can basically say anything. There is no way that anyone can really fact-check outside whether a thing is true or not. Instead, they have to rely on wherever they get their media from, e.g., how many illegals actually crossed the border. I'll organize these later. They're not really ranked right now. I'm just getting these written down. No accountability. The right will crucify the left on singular statements, e.g., Fauci saying something about masks, but will totally vindicate their side by singular statements, e.g., Trump said to march peacefully. Lack of cohesive narratives. The right seems to have a cohesive Am I missing other big things where I start organizing these? Both sidesing. I think the both sidesing kind of comes in with this the fair obsession thing. No punishment to being a magatard right now. True. That I think that goes to facts don't reduce to any real world thing. There is no that kind of is related to the accountability thing. Subpoint to 8 is sane washing. Yeah, sure. Okay. So I think the first thing we have is a problem. So we would need the description of the problem. Then we would have examples of the problem. How to fix the problem. Okay. Trying to think of what the what my biggest issues are. I'll just bucket these. So these are the largest problems, and then I'll have like medium problems, and I'll have like insignificant problems. Do that. Fuck it. Okay, so largest problem. Okay, so these don't have to be in order necessarily. I just want like the biggest problems. I do think this is a big problem. Alternative media on the left is not unified around the party nor the candidates. So one of your biggest problems is left media. Is it just alternative media? Even mainstream media, maybe? The left media is not unified around party nor candidates. Mainstream media will be incredibly critical of the Democratic Party when the Democratic Party makes mistakes. The mainstream, okay, yeah. Alternative media isn't even guaranteed to support the candidate, and sometimes will be some of the harshest critics of the candidate. So the your writings is a guide for yourself as a general guide to go. I'm just getting it all out so that I understand like these are the things that I want to work on my media part for the next 2 years, and then maybe use a template for other people to consider, or that I'll start spitting out to other people or chatting with other people about. These are going to be my talking points for when I'm going on shows. They're going to hear me repeating for the next 2 years. So examples for this problem would be what are particular issues that, I mean, like the Biden debate performance. The Biden debate performance is terrible, and almost every single mainstream and alternative media outlet was calling for Biden to step down after the debate. Let's see. Oh, Biden being asked to apologize for the bullseye comment after Trump was shot at. And other forms, it's called hand-wringing, when you're like, guys, you should stop doing this. Other forms of hand-wringing around extreme rhetoric on the left after Trump's assassination attempt. I should have like how the right escapes this problem, or how the right deals with this. Oh yeah. Almost all of the alternative media seemed to either reluctantly endorse Biden/Kamala or refuse to do so altogether. We'll say finger wagging. The alternative left media's total capitulation to the Russia narrative is an example. Oh, that's kind of true, but that has to do with the setting the media agenda, I think. I'll put that as an example here, though. Capitulation to the Russiagate stuff, sure. Almost all the alternative media seem to either reluctantly endorse Biden/Kamala or refuse to do so altogether. WAPO not endorsing Kamala? True. Washington Post was prevented by Jeff Bezos from endorsing Kamala Harris even. The right deals with this problem by what is this? No, don't care. Okay. Every single mainstream and alternative media outlet that is captured by the right and their audience is basically always on board with the exact same talking points, never really acknowledges when Trump makes a significant mistake, and will always support Trump as a candidate regardless of the environment or any actions that he takes. I guess examples of their solutions. Problem, how the right deals with this problem. So what are things that Trump, like, I can think of so many slogans that are just so fucking wrong. Jesus. Peace in the Middle East. I mean, like, we could just go down like slogans. Nonsense slogans that are almost ubiquitously repeated by the right, even though they are completely and obviously devoid of fact. The No New Wars. That's one that was done a ton. Biden has prevented us from drilling for oil, or some other statement alluding to us failing to export energy. You were better off 4 years ago, even though we were living under lockdowns. Oh, the big lie, despite there being zero evidence for election fraud/rigging. The No New Wars, despite conflict raging across Ukraine and the Middle East. Oh, the open border. They want an open border. Pass legislation to alleviate some of the issues. Russiagate, despite the people in Trump's administration really working with Russians to coordinate media leaks. Oh, the Biden crime family, despite never being able to prove anything malevolent concerning Hunter and his business dealings. Malevolent. Oh. Peaceful transition of power, despite violence delaying the certification of the vote. I think these are all good examples. These are just like lies that they just say over and over and over again that are just not true. Nonsense slogans that are almost ubiquitously repeated by the right, even though they are completely and obviously So we have nonsense slogans that are almost ubiquitously repeated by the right, even though they're completely and obviously devoid of fact. The right is incredibly effective at bullying individuals who might veer away from supporting Trump into either being silent or supporting Trump. The larger problem here has to do with unifying around the party or candidate. Okay. How to fix the problem. I don't think we should adopt the same cult mentality that MAGA has. A variety of reasons. I don't want to expand on here. I don't want to do that. It's cringe. However, it is important. Every person who is on the left and tries to work with other people on the left and with institutions on the left all stress how important it is to support the party/candidate. There cannot be any more. There cannot be so much party infighting or media backstabbing of the candidates nor the party, at least when election seasons are at hand. I've already been talking about this a bit. So then, examples of our solutions, of our potential solutions. So one of the things I've given is that, like, the DNC should no longer work with alternative media that does not support the party/candidates. Members of the Democratic Party. I feel like the party people themselves are pretty good about coalescing around the candidates. Like, do I really feel like AOC or anybody was not supporting Biden? I think the party members, for the most part, are pretty good about this. Just turned into Hassan who's randomly talking about Destiny. What am I even doing that he could be talking about?
Look to who they have made their enemies. What is the incentive for the left to ever be platformed? Democratic Party is completely captured. Why would they ever concede to any kind of left-wing messaging that could hurt the donor base in the long run? The party is lost and cannot be captured internally. There has to be an electoral path outside the Democratic Party structure. We'll see. This is an opportunity. This is a moment for opportunity to change the Democratic Party's message, to change the structure of the Democratic Party, because they have incurred tremendous losses. Hi, when I was getting out of the alt-right pipeline in 2020, I was 16. I remember seeing your clips taken out of context and thinking you were crazy. Around 7-8 months ago, I've kept up with you on YouTube and found out how similar our ideals are. Keep up the good work. I'm glad that you offered me some share.
Oh my God. The idea that you want the Dems to get their act together and trying to resonate with other people across the country, for some reason the party has began to lose touch with the rest. I don't agree with that. I think that's ridiculous. I think that's a conservative media talking point that you've bought into. The idea that Elon Musk, the richest man in the world, and Donald Trump, a guy who wipes his ass with gold toilet paper, are like more in touch with the common person. They're just able to sell the message well. It doesn't mean they are in touch. They just make them think it. which is valuable, but it's a second order thing. If you are on the left, criticisms of the left should come clearly paired. The idea that while you can be critical of the left, our party offers a superior choice to the alternative. What are the secret logs between you and Dan that Hassan is talking about here? Just like me and Dan, like making jokes in chat. He thinks it's like anti-Semitic. Hassan is fucking retarded. He's just fucking retarded. Hassan will say some shit like, yeah, like poor women getting raped by rich men, or rich women getting raped by rich men is awesome because it like makes it so that, I don't know, whatever crazy tanky shit he's on. And then like, I'll say something like, yeah, fuck the Jews. And he'll be like, see, Destiny's the same as me. Like, I'm obviously making a joke. And Hassan is not joking. And he's like, well, he made it, but it's retarded. Those are like, these are always the things that he's talking about. What is this? Hold on. Yeah, media critics don't get this. Media sentiment is like 90% demand side driven and 10% supply side. It's a business that operates on thin margins, but has lots of metrics about what is and isn't working. It's mostly reacting to cultural and political trends, not causing them. I think the blame right-wing media people need to think about the demand side more. People have more choice over their media and content consumption than ever. This is completely not true. That people have choice over their media and content consumption. This is so not true. I think that once you're like down a certain rabbit hole, I think you're pretty stuck there. Like, how often are people jumping from one media thing to another? I don't think it happens very much at all. I think that the switching is pretty rare. In January 2021, Rupert Murdoch emailed that Fox News is very busy pivoting, adding, "We want to make Trump a non-person." A few days later, he was already starting to qualify that. We have to lead our viewers, which is not as easy as it might seem. Sure, because like all the viewers are following Trump, right? But like people here are not choosing media such that they're like making choices based on what media they think is better, or, you know, serves, like they were choosing it based on like who is more loyal to Trump. That was the big issue that Fox News was running into. Yeah. Elon retweeted the guy that you debated. Oh. Dave Smith. Okay. I think this is a big issue. What are other like large, like huge problems? The left can't meme. Not having like alternative media figures that are like fun to listen to and watch. I don't know if I would put this as largest problems. It's either largest or like larger. I'm trying to think. Alternative media is not. We got this one. I think setting the media agenda, I think, is a huge issue. Adherence to factual reality is a big one. Facts do not reduce to any real-world thing. No accountability for the right. Lack of cohesive narratives. The obsession with being fair. Fuck, I don't know how to rank these, actually. I don't know. I'll just write them down and I'll think about it. The left can't meme. Let's see. Left-wing people are too... Did you say stuck up? What's like a better way to say woke scoldy? Aren't fun. Examples of the problem. Let's see, like left-wing people aren't fun. On a very basic vibe check, if I tune into any right-wing coded media, I'm probably going to feel like everyone is having a good time in a welcoming way in which I can also have a laugh. It's not purely a laugh that is at the expense of some majority power group. I don't think I'm going to feel quite as... no, I think that's fine. It seems harder to joke about edgier or unsanctimonious? No. It seems hard to make edgy jokes or laugh about a multitude of topics in left-leaning media environments. So, examples of the problem. How can I give like a lack of, like, what are the not fun things? I'm trying to think of what are examples of... I'm trying to think, because I'm almost trying to ask for a negative. Like, what are examples of people on the left who are not, who got in trouble for making a joke or something? I'm not sure. I can't even think of The left will obsessively cancel for things that are clearly jokes done in ways aren't even necessarily meant to offend or attack minority groups. Would Kathy Griffin with the head... Wait, what was that? James Gunn being canceled for 10-plus-year-old tweets and forced to sit aside from Guardians of the Galaxy 2. That was really stupid. Al Franken being forced to I don't know if I would say this is down as a... He was a senator, right? Old pictures came out related to comedy sketches. What did Shane Gillis lose his SNL thing for? What happened there? I'm curious. What was the thing? Gillis had a controversial start to his career when he announced as a newly hired cast member on NBC's sketch comedy series Saturday Night Live in 2019, only to be fired 5 days later due to a backlash of a 2018 clip from his podcast in which he used derogatory language, such as Asian ethnic slurs were used, sparking a discussion on context and intent. What was he... Does anybody have a link to what he was canceled for? Destiny, the joke.
Damn, Chinatown's fucking nuts.
It's crazy, dude.
It is full fucking China, dude. It's fucking Chinese down there.
I wonder how that started. They just built one fucked up looking building and people were like, all right, no one said anything.
Let the fucking chinks live there, huh?
Well, they built these fucking like huge Shanghai house. The first one must have infuriated everyone. They were like,
I'm pissed
what
now.
the
I go
fuck?
down there, I'm like, what are you guys doing here? Get these ducks out of that window.
You know what? Yeah, true. Also, I'm always like, how can there be so many fucking restaurants down here?
All restaurants. Well, because
you go in, there's like one person eating ever.
fat white idiots like me are down there sucking down noodles.
I hate China. I hate the food at Chinatown. Sucks.
I like
Chinese food's a very dishonest cuisine.
I don't even want to think about it.
They invented a fucking chemical to put in their food to make it delicious, dude.
It is.
They made MSG.
Good for them.
It's a dishonest food, dude. There's nothing. There's nothing to it. It's shitty
very
meat.
honorable.
Shitty meat. A chemical they made up to fuck your body up, and noodles.
The noodles are fucking
the cheapest thing in the world.
We got
chemical.
Sick.
Worst meat you can find.
We got in there and we sat down, and baby girl was like, "I'm so excited for noodles," and I was like, "Yo, chill." She was like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry."
She said noodles.
Yeah. And there's a fucking and it's full fucking Chinese in there. It's like it's such
Isn't that kind of like nice though? Isn't that being when people go into like a Mexican restaurant, like I'll have 2 tacos, like I'll have a bowl of spicy noodles.
But we had in the translation between you and the waiter.
Yeah,
it's just such a fucking hassle. It's like, can you? I'm pointing at it. Like this is the fucking noodle.
Well, that's why I put number for like 57.
Yeah, this one even with the fucking shit. I was pointing. I was like, that sauce, that. And she was like, yes.
Okay, whatever.